One reason we love visiting London is the amazing food. In this video, I will recap some of the restaurants we loved during our 2022 visits. And at the end of the video, I will share with you an all-time favorite from years past. For each of these restaurants, I'll provide a link in the description. First up is an Italian restaurant in Covent Garden called La Goccia, or something like that. I went kind of crazy here, ordering exactly what sounded yummy without regard for calorie counting, which is why we started with an order of cocoli, fried dough balls, served with a gorgonzola dip and sliced mortadella. These fried dough ball things are fantastic. They're just hot and fresh and super yummy. And this gorgonzola dip that's kind of sweetened is amazing on it. We also got the fried zucchini starter, which of course was called courgette fritti, using the French word for zucchini and the Italian word for fried. I thought that was funny. We almost never eat pasta, but this night we got the fresh-made rigatoni with slow-cooked beef ragu. And then, in an attempt to redeem the nutritional value of the dinner, we also got a spring salad. Then we ordered a most interesting version of a blueberry crumble. This one came with oat cream, blueberry compote, and a crumble topping which appeared to be crushed biscuits. Got a spoonful of the oat cream, the blueberries, and some of that crumble. We'll see how it tastes. And in a bold move, we got even a second dessert. A chocolate mousse slice with raspberry sauce. It was amazing as well. This was a really interesting place. I'd never been to a restaurant quite like this before. It was kind of like Italian tapas. Everything you order was just a small plate. So it was kind of nice to taste several different things. I thought everything was delicious. If I were to do it over, probably the one thing I would skip ordering was the fried zucchini. The courgette fritti was just a little bit too bready and greasy and not as tasty as the other things, which were really good. So I'm glad we came here. And one little interesting note about the place is this restaurant, it's kind of the more downscale, affordable restaurant within the Petersham Nurseries family, which are more upscale restaurants. And the nurseries grow a lot of the ingredients that they use to make the food here. So everything served here is organic, and most of it comes from their farm in Devon, which I thought was really cool. Ian chose this place for us to eat because he had heard great reviews of it, and it is truly a unique and beautiful London pub. Located on Fleet Street, it is set in the former Bank of England branch, which operated from 1888 to 1975. Because this address is close to where the fictional Sweeney Todd barber did his dastardly deeds with a straight razor, and then worked with his accomplice Mrs. Lovett to dispose of the evidence in meat pies, there are some interesting mementos on the walls. Despite this unsavory connection, we did indeed order a steak and ale pie at our table, and it was tasty. Of course, my cheese-loving friend Krista and I had to order the baked camembert plate because I can't say no to melted cheese. And I also have trouble refusing halloumi fries when they're on the menu, so they joined us at the table as well. My healthy husband insisted on getting the wellness bowl with salmon, so at least someone ate a healthy meal. Between the four of us, we also polished off a lemon tart with raspberry sorbet and this lovely warm chocolate brownie sundae with vanilla pod ice cream. The architecture and decor in this voluminous room is very grand and impressive. It's a bustling and busy, huge pub, and throughout are little reminders of the banking past of this beautiful building. In the back garden is a unique attraction for private events, a vintage double-decker bus. I'm using this photo from the pub's website to show you because the evening we visited was far too wet and rainy to venture out back. Next up is another restaurant where we took our friends Krista and Joel. We wanted them to experience their first Sunday roast dinner at an English pub. Spoiler, I was mainly there for the Yorkshire puddings, and they were divine. Oh yeah, that's the business right there. In contrast to the old Bank of England pub, this is a neighborhood pub that is cozy and friendly with a distinct local feel, like nearby residents frequent this place on the regular. The service was great and the food was fantastic, including the roast beast with veg and some lovely cauliflower cheese And I opted for the nut roast because I'm a nut and I love it. And of course, lots of gravy and lovely Yorkshires came with all the dinners. And then, since that clearly was not enough food and we didn't want to go home hungry, we ordered puddings. Actually, we barely had room, but I insisted that Krista had to try sticky toffee pudding. So that happened. It was a very unusual yet delicious STP. For a parade of luscious sticky toffee puddings, please check out my video on that topic in the description. I ordered a Bakewell tart dessert, which also looked nothing like I expected, but it came with toasted almonds, raspberries, and creme anglaise, and I loved it. While we are on the topic of sweet treats, I want to show you our favorite bakery in London. It's not far from Portobello Road in the Notting Hill area that Ian loves to bike around. We first found this place with our friends, the Moffat family, and we loved it so much that we came back again with the Buchanans. Just look at these desserts. Absolute works of art. Stunningly beautiful. And everything I ate from here tasted as good as it looks, so I would highly recommend. We also ate lunch here, and the very colorful and healthy salads were a super delicious prelude to the pastries. On our second visit here, we had table service and ate lunch, including a tomato and mozzarella quiche, a salmon galette, and a salad plate, featuring a pumpkin and roasted kale salad with quinoa and a beet and goat cheese salad. We had phenomenal desserts: raspberry tart, forest fruits ricotta cheesecake, a strawberry Napoleon, and a hunk of the nougat cake. Nougat, nougat, nougat. My friend Krista may or may not have had 3 desserts at that lunch. I'll never tell. I think I need to come back to Leto another dozen times so I can try all the things. I mean, do you blame me? And now for the most fancy and expensive restaurant in the video. We're about to go eat at a restaurant where Ian made a special reservation for my birthday weekend celebration, and I'm going to show you Ian, and behind him is a clue to why he wanted to eat at this restaurant.
It has a great view of the St. Paul's Cathedral, and it has really amazing decor based on the photos that we've seen of it, and we've eaten at the Regular Ivy in Cheltenham, and that's been a favorite restaurant of ours for special occasions, so this I thought would be a good new experience.
So let's go check out the cool decor and see if they have anything magenta. The pagoda is magenta. The floor is magenta. Oh my word. This is a stunning restaurant, both looking on the inside and looking outside. The cherry blossom tree is a focal point. But it's the underlit flooring that really steals the show. We do love the Ivy and have eaten at a few of them, our favorite being the one in our home away from home, Cheltenham. But this type of Ivy restaurant is different because instead of serving British food, of course, it has Asian fare. So let's look at what we ordered. It's times like this that we are grateful we aren't drinkers, because then we aren't tempted to spend £1,300 on a bottle of wine. We ordered a dish I always love, the popcorn shrimp with spicy creamy sauce. And you know us, we tried to be healthy and order a salad as well. So we got this delicious crab and tiger prawn salad with mango, cucumber, and fresh coriander. And we got adventurous and ordered the hot and sour plum chicken with cashews, chilies, and spring onion. That was a bit spicy. I loved the attention to detail at this place. Look at this delightful chopstick rest. Okay, I was a nosy Parker, and I caught sight of this amazing dish on a nearby table and had to include it in the video too. Before leaving, I have to show you how the view of the cathedral changed during our time here in the restaurant. Such a spectacular show. We couldn't film inside there because the background music was way too loud, but the dinner was delicious, a little bit too spicy for me, but everything was super tasty and we really enjoyed it. And the view was terrific and the decor was amazing. Another restaurant that we visited more than once was a place called The Real Greek. As I shared in our Flying to London video, We ate here on our first day in England this year and enjoyed these tiered towers full of fabulous Greek foods, like afternoon tea except with Mediterranean fare. My favorite part was the grilled halloumi at the bottom. Speaking of towers, the location we visited is in a prime spot tucked right next to the end of the Tower Bridge on the bank of the Thames. Yes, it's a touristy and crowded area, but it's also iconic and very London. As we were leaving the Real Greek on our first visit, I noticed this sign touting the halloumi popcorn. This caused me to have acute pangs of FOMO, so I committed then and there to come back. So at our final trip to London for the summer, I was able to return and get the halloumi popcorn. Crispy fried halloumi bites drizzled with a lemon and thyme-infused honey. Just heavenly. Let's talk about breakfast. I do love a good full English breakfast, and I have videos, which I'll link in the description, where I discuss why I love them and show the best ones I've eaten. However, when spending a busy day running around London eating extravagant dinners, we usually need a fast, inexpensive, and healthy breakfast. Here are 3 places I recommend. First, Pret a Manger. This is our favorite go-to for breakfast to go. There are locations every 10 meters in London. We love the bottled smoothies and are also big fans of the Bircher muesli, the berry yogurt granola, and the acai and almond butter bowl. Joe and the Juice is a great place for super healthy breakfasts, and Krista and Joel loved their fresh juices. Leon is a place I'd been wanting to try because they seem to have a good range of healthy fast food. I did really enjoy their breakfast smoothies. The location I visited was not far from the Shard. So here's my Shard smoothie shot. And now for one last place, an old favorite, Berners Tavern. This is a restaurant we first ate at 3 years ago with our friends Don and Ruth. Even though I don't have photos and video from this year, I will show you our 2019 photos to highlight that the decor is phenomenal, with artwork filling the vast wall space. And the salads themselves are masterpieces, as well as the desserts, which are also works of art. But it is the mac and cheese with beef blade that seared this place in my memory. I've been craving this dish ever since. Please let me know what your favorite London restaurants are so that I can try them on a future visit. Check out this London video next, and be sure you're subscribed for all of our upcoming British adventures. Thanks so much for watching, and do something good in the world today.